We are on our way back home from the Tinley Park NARBC show, and we got invited by Hickory Knolls Discovery Center to get a behind-the-scenes look at their nature preserve and their interpretive center and everything. And what I love about this place, even though I haven't seen them yet, is they have a lot of reptiles for people to see and learn about up close. So we're gonna go inside and get a tour. This is Pam, who is the Nature Programs Manager at Hickory Knolls, and why don't you tell us a little bit about the facility?
Well, first of all, Emily, and we are just thrilled to have you guys here. We have become instant fans of snake discovery. We actually are using your videos for quite a bit of our training because we have so many snakes here. Hickory Knolls is a discovery center, first and foremost, but what we want to encourage people to do is not just discover only what we have indoors, but also outdoors as well.
Well, inside the building, too, there's awesome stuff.
There is.
I mean, there's interpretive signs, there's a whole mural in the back.
They did put a little garter over here.
Oh, there it is.
Hidden by table like a good garter should be.
Right.
Should right down there.
Even a garter hiding in the mural. I love it. Well, should we check out some of your educational animals?
Yeah, why don't we do that? You know, I think it might be appropriate to start with probably our most senior resident.
Sure.
That's Frankie the fox snake. Frankie actually creaks. He's so old.
Is he friendly to?
Yeah, sure. If you want, do you want to reach in?
Sure. Yeah, I didn't want to like just reach in.
No, go for it.
Oh my gosh, he feels like an old snake.
Yeah, he does.
Wow. Kind of floppy.
Yeah.
But his head.
Kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Creaky.
Creaky. Yeah.
Creaky.
Floppy and creaky snake.
But I know that I had sent you a picture of Frankie, and you commented about his eyes and how he had the heavy brow like you see on a bull.
Yeah, I was wondering if like maybe he was a fox bull, because those are like it's rare, but it happens. But yeah, now that I see him up close, I can definitely tell that he is fox snake. Just a really unique pattern on his head. Yeah. And sometimes the forks of his tongue even still sticking out.
From the mouth.
But so chill. Do you use him in programs then?
We actually have stopped doing that. I don't know. I don't want to stress the old man.
He's retired.
Like his tongue just like.
Yeah.
His head, the pattern is so unique. We brought Jeff with us, and Jeff knows everything about everything reptiles, so he wanted to check out these guys too.
We just wanted to check out this fox snake. It's got some interesting coloration on it, especially the head pattern here. A lot of times you see these head markings on younger fox snakes, but by the time they get to be old adults like Frankie here, a lot of times those markings disappear. But this one, he's got really nice blushing on the side of the head, that orange blushing there. Beautiful. Yeah, he doesn't bring his tongue all the way back in, does he?
I've never seen it like so obvious in a snake before. You just don't want to fully flake, huh?
He just doesn't want to actually smell anything.
Yeah, do you think he can't smell much then? Because he's not actually repositioning the forks?
He probably isn't, because in order for the smelling mechanism to work, he's got to bring those twin points back into his mouth and insert them up into the vomeral nasal organ, or Jacobson's organ, in order to be able to smell what's going on. But at this point, he knows his way around. He's been around for, around 20 years, so he probably doesn't need to do that anymore.
Next, we're going to check out Mary the Eastern milksnake.
You can see we're big on alliteration here. It helps us keep track of the snakes. And I don't know if you found this to be true, Emily, but what we have found is that even though these are education animals, they're not pets, giving them happy, friendly sounding name breaks down. I mean, how can you be afraid of a Mary?
Right. Yep. I do the same thing. I have a boa constrictor named Doug. Because it's a very approachable name. It makes kids more likely to touch them. And
Kids and adults.
Kids and adults, yeah. Honestly, adults too.
Eastern milk snakes are known to exist here in Kane County. And we wanted to, as an educational facility, let people know they're here. Now, that being said, we did not go and catch Mary and bring her inside. That's a huge thing. We do not have any animals here that were caught in the wild.
So you got her to have like a really pretty example of a native species of snake.
Exactly,
Yet
and one that people could be aware of.
She retained those bright colors though, even into adulthood. She's beautiful for an Eastern milk. Like usually these dull out, or they kind of become more of a brownish color. Is that here too? You find?
Yes.
Well, and then with the milk snakes, like up where we live, they have more blotches down their bodies, and then the further south you go, it turns into those bands.
Yeah.
And so she's kind of in between. Now, since we're in Illinois, it's really neat to see that transition here in person. She does have these bands, but you still see some blotches along her side. So she's like in between that transition.
Yeah.
She's so unique.
She's pretty cool.
So this is Randy the black rat snake.
He did must, didn't he?
Yeah, I totally smell musk. That's all right. You're
Wow,
so
he
cute.
must really like
You
you.
can get away with it. It's all good. We don't mind.
Yeah, we've had him now, he predated our opening in 2011, so I want to say we got him like 2009 or 2010.
Wow.
I do not know his origins, if he was wild caught.
Because he came from a rescue, right?
He did, yeah.
Okay. So being a rat snake, is he a good eater?
He is. He's a good eater. He's a good climber.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like when we take him, if we're doing summer nature camps outside, we'll take him, and hold him, and then we put him on a tree so kids can see
That's
the
a great
behavior
idea.
of how they can cling and climb. And sometimes it's hard to get him back down. But
I bet he has a little too much fun
He's,
sometimes. And I love how you have all sorts of climbing and enrichment opportunities.
yes, that's Kelly's work. Kelly is here every week, twice a week, and not only is she looking for cleanliness, changing water, scooping poop, but she is huge on enrichment. So
That's
they
great.
always get things moved around, and they also get out of cage time.
You ready for this, guys? Hickory Knolls has their very own Peanut. You know our bull snake named Peanut. He is huge. This is Billy, and he is almost as, I think Peanut's still a little bit bigger, but he's still so impressive. What's his story?
So Billy came to us back in 2008. His owner was moving out of the country and had a rather large herb collection that he needed to rehome. And one of the snakes that still was unclaimed was Billy. So
Was he this size?
he was not. He actually was about
Oh, you can see him.
2.5 or 3 feet long.
That was
That's-
11 years ago.
That's baby Bill. Yeah.
Wow.
And
You were
he-
so little.
He came to us. That was the day he visited our herb camp. The guy in the picture there, that's Troy. Back then, Troy was, I believe, 12 and had a brand new white T-shirt on. Billy came to camp loaded with hopper mice that he'd eaten about 12 the day before.
Oh no.
And he, with all the excitement of camp, could not keep his meal down.
That
so
shirt was
Troy
no longer
had
white.
the coolest pattern of regurgitated
Ew.
mice down the front, and instantly
Billy.
became the most popular. And Billy, kind of earned a place in our hearts, because who doesn't get a little nauseous when they're nervous?
Right. So you have quite the story, Billy. Well, this is the last snake we're going to be covering in today's video. We don't want to give away all the surprises that are at Hickory Knolls.
We have a dozen snakes,
Oh
in addition to our turtles, salamanders, and again, our wonderful natural area where all these things can live in the wild.
Right. So you guys, if you want to check out Hickory Knolls, you're just going to have to see them in person. And then you can see all the snakes in person and all the other herps too. And not only are there indoor animals to see, but there's plenty of outdoor animals and activities outside, which, is that what we're going to do next?
We're going to go, we'll take a look around. See what we
Okay,
can find.
let's see what we can find. So we are not at Hickory Knolls Discovery Center anymore. We're actually still in St. Charles, Illinois, but somewhere else. And we're gonna check some pitfall traps that will hopefully have some salamanders in them.
Okay, so the idea of this drift fence pitfall trap is that there are, in this case, salamanders that they want to capture. And the salamanders overwinter upland of the pond, which is in this direction. So they're trying to get them migrating from upland down into the lowland, and this aluminum flashing acts like a barrier. And what will happen is the salamander will come down and hit the flashing, and instead of turning around and going the opposite direction, it will try to go around the flashing to get to the pond. And so at various stations, what will happen is the salamander will come along and hit one of these buckets and just fall right in. And so to keep things from drowning, things other than salamanders, they put the sponges in there.
Well, we didn't see anything in the salamander traps, but that's okay. It's still pretty early. You're saying it's just too early? Yeah, too early. So maybe in a few more weeks there'll be something in there, but we'll be back at home. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to the Discovery Center. Wow, that was such a cool experience. Thank you so much for the tour.
Hey,
and for bringing us outside.
I only wish Emily could be here to see our spring wildflowers. They're going to be popping any day.
We'll just have to come back, I guess.
I hope so.
This is Kelly, who's the mastermind behind all of the enrichment in those amazing enclosures. And if people want to visit you, where should they go? Where can they learn more?
Well, they could start with our website or our Facebook page.
We highly encourage you all watching to check it out. Check out the Discovery Center. Come to it. It's in St. Charles, Illinois. And there's also another event coming up that you'll be at, right?
ReptileFest next month.
It's the Chicago Herp Society's annual festival of reptiles.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be so much fun. You'll have reptiles, right?
Oh yeah,
Sweet.
plenty.
You can see reptiles at ReptileFest. Go figure. And you can learn more about Hickory Knolls Discovery Center, and then hopefully you guys can come here too. I of course want to thank everyone for watching today's video, and to our Patreon backers for supporting the channel, and of course thank you again for the tour and for inviting us to come down. This is so much fun.
So glad you made it, Emily.
Yeah,
Do it.
glad to have you.
I'm just floating, drifting. Ah, here she comes.
Yep. Got to squeeze out. Oh, so much work.
There's nothing there. What are you trying to eat?
Graceful.